All right, bro. What's going on, man?
All right, so I'm gonna get a mid taper. Take a inch and a half off the top,
Okay.
shape it in like shape of an afro, and
So mid taper, you want it to be like rounded, pretty much. You don't want it to
Yeah.
be squared or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do 90 degrees all the way around your head. The mid taper, back you like a mid, high, low.
about a mid in the back too.
Mid in the back as
Yep.
well. And then what you doing with your beard?
The beard, just line it up.
Just line
Let
it
it
up.
grow out. Yeah.
You gonna let it grow out?
Huh?
Okay. All right, man. Let's do it.
Sounds good.
YouTube, what's going on, guys? Miss you guys, man. It's been like a week since I dropped a video, but this one's gonna be dope, man. It's curly hair with a mid taper. We're gonna help his shape a little bit. He said he wanted like a inch and a half off, and like, man, you sure? So, yeah, kind of. So what we did was we turned him towards the mirror, and I just took one section and showed him how much I was gonna cut off, and he agreed to that section. So it's between an inch and a half to an inch off, and so I'm just cutting it, pulling everything 90 degrees all the way through towards the back. Curly hair can be difficult to cut with shears because it wants to curl over your fingers and stuff. So I just try to comb all the way through. I don't know if you saw that right there, but notice that my comb is following all the way through to try to get the hair a little bit straight. That way it's a little easier for the shears to cut. So again, we're cutting everything 90 degrees off of the head. And all that means is I'm just pulling everything straight out to the shape of the head. Alright, so we've completed the top. We have a nice even shape, I feel like. Doesn't look so much longer on the top than it does on the sides anymore. And I felt like in the beginning of the cut, it was looking a lot longer on the top than the sides. So I wanted it to look a little bit more even all the way around. And I put a little bit of product in there. We're gonna let it air dry as I do the taper. And let's begin. And so we're using our trimmers to start the initial guideline, and then the shaver to follow it up. And now we'll start the blending process. So we're using the blade all the way open, and we're gonna fade in the beard, so we might as well do it in the beard as well. And then we'll close it as needed until that bottom line has disappeared. All right, so at this point we have our number one guard open, and now it's closed. We'll use our half guard, our green half guard, just to make sure that guideline that was there is gone. And now we'll start to do some clipper over comb, because what I want to do is kind of debulk the temple area here. That way I can see what I'm blending into. And I'm using my cordless senior clippers with the Filthy Blends modification bracket. All right, and I'm using my clipper comb, and once that's been brought down, it's been debulked a little bit, we'll go ahead and use our next guard up, which was the 1.5 guard, to kind of finish the process. And at this point, we're gonna go in and detail. I feel like it's a simple process, but again, where the magic happens is when you start to detail. So I'm using my number 3 guard, probably slap on my number 2 if needed. And now my blending shears, just to soften it up a little bit without taking out too much length, right? All right, so I feel like the taper is looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and start a rough draft of our outline. Man, I can't wait to get back in the shop. I ain't gonna lie, man. I wasn't cutting I wasn't cutting before. I was just doing videos. But I think I'm gonna open up my schedule a little bit more these days. Maybe promote. What am I talking about? I was cutting hair, but it was in the studio. So I'm gonna go back to headlines, back to the shop, set up booth and everything. And that's where I'm gonna cut. I need to be in the barbershop environment. Obviously I was cutting a lot less before this quarantining, and I'm still gonna cut the same amount of days or the same amount of hours. It's just gonna be dope to be back in the shop. I don't like the whole studio vibe. Like, I don't like being solo. I love the culture. I love the ambiance of a shop. You know what I mean? So some people do, some people don't. So one of the things that I'm doing here is I'm debulking behind the ears. It just makes the haircut last longer. I feel like it complements the shape so much nicer, and it just flows into that taper better. The haircut's gonna last longer too. So he might not cut the top, for another month and a half, 2 months, and just do a taper, All right, so we're gonna repeat the same steps on this side. Our blade open, and notice I closed the lever up some. Taking our time little by little, starting to remove that guideline. Hope everybody had a good Easter as well. Alright, so at this point we have our number 1 guard open, and that's our next guideline. And now we'll close the number 1 guard, slap on that half guard, and start to remove that guideline. And now, just like we did on the other side, we're debulking it with clipper over comb, using the comb to create that shape, following right beneath it with that 1.5 guard, and then we'll start to detail. Followed up with the blending shears like we did on the other side. I'm just using my corners just to kind of detail it some, almost like feathering, right? All right, let's start our outline. And notice the hair is growing, to the right almost. So I'm going against the grain when I'm using my trimmers. Doesn't have to be perfectly sharp. We're gonna follow it up with the razor anyways. And remember guys, this is just a rough draft. We're gonna go in and detail it some more and really make this cut pop. Guys, so look at the back of his neck. This is a rough neck taper. So we're gonna bring it up. See where there's already a guideline there? That's because of his hair growth pattern. So we're just gonna bring it up as close to that darker area where it looks like there's a line, without going up too high. Okay, and then we'll start our taper process from there. And it's the same steps as what we did on the sides. I had to flip my clipper over here in this area because, again, his hair growth pattern, you want to make sure it's nice and even. So you got to go all kinds of directions when the hair is growing crazy like that. All right, and so now we will start to blend this out, and we're going to go closed and open it up as needed. All right, at this point, we're using our number 1 guard open. Then we'll close it. And right beneath that number 1 guard closed, we'll use our half guard. So this is the number 1 guard closed, and you can see that guideline's almost gone. But now with this half guard, it's really gonna start to remove that guideline. All right, and so what I decided to do, since there's a lot of hair here, was just to bulk it with that number 3 guard. Since we pretty much done clipper over comb back here anyways. And then right beneath this number 3 guard, we're gonna go to that 1.5 guard all the way open, and then close it as needed. And then we just start to detail the cut. We've gone through the steps. Should only take you a few minutes really to go through the rough draft of a taper. I feel like it's coming to life. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start this. You guys know it's my favorite part. We'll go ahead and put the line on there. Now it's gonna be a little difficult because, again, look at his hair growth pattern. He's got whirls and stuff, like he's got craziness going on this side. So, but we're gonna make it as sharp as possible without pushing it in too much, right? I'm being as precise as I possibly can be, even though I be like shaking and stuff when I cut. Something I've always done is I've always had shaky hands. Alright. This side is gonna be crispier because the hair growth pattern is growing out to the side like that, so it's gonna be crispy. Look at that line.
Another Tito Beats production.
Alright, so on the side taper here, we're gonna keep it natural, guys. We're not gonna push this in. We're gonna keep it natural, and I think it's just gonna look good overall by doing that. And so he wanted the front lined up. Same process, right? We're not gonna pull a whole bunch of hair down, shave it down to a number 2, a number 1. We're gonna use the hair that naturally wants to grow forward and clean that up just so that his hairline is symmetrical. It's not to give him the sharpest line in the world. It's just to make sure that his hairline is symmetrical and he doesn't look like he got a baby's hairline, right? And guys, real quick special announcement, man. If you are an Academy member, you go to Tomb 45 Academy. You can sign up for it. It's a monthly subscription, and we do keynotes and we do classes for people who want to get to the next level in their barbering career. It's not for everyone. It's pretty much online mentorship by myself. But anyways, this week, Thursday at 9 p.m. I believe, or 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to be going over opening a barbershop, and you will get a free downloadable spreadsheet with this keynote. So if you're signed up for the online academy, make sure you're tuned in this Thursday, 8:30 p.m. I believe that is the 16th of April. Just make sure you're plugged in. It's going to be an amazing online seminar, and you'll get an amazing spreadsheet and downloadable stuff to help you. Barbershops is kind of something that you're looking to get into. Opening barbershops. Doesn't hurt to learn from a group of people that has opened 7 barbershops in 5 years. And guys, one of the things I always do is I do pull the skin when I'm lining up the beard, but you know, I don't go crazy with it. I still want to see the real line coming to life, right? Sometimes if we pull too much, you know, the line you're creating is kind of transformed, and then when you let go, it might look different. So gotta be careful there. And then here I'm kind of feathering a little bit, just to kind of, I was using the razor to kind of blend in the taper a little bit more into the beard. Yo, just so you guys know, this guy right here, I bet you guys will not be able to guess his age. My man's is 18 years old. He's a senior in high school. What they feeding these kids, man. We had a dope conversation, man. I feel bad, man, for seniors in high school and seniors in college. You know, he was talking about how he ordered his cap and gown and stuff, and you know, they're not even gonna have anything. School might be canceled. It's rough, man. I feel bad. I feel bad for these guys, but he's an aspiring barber, man. But it's crazy, man. He's super mature though. Good head on his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? He's already thinking about his career, entrepreneurship. He was asking me mad questions. You know, the right questions I wasn't asking at his age. And he got a fuller beard than I do. And I'm 31 years old. I think that's what we were talking about too. That's why he was laughing at me. You guys can see, man, the beard with the cut is coming together, and I love the way we lined it up. We didn't make it too, you know what I'm saying, too much. It just kept it symmetrical. Where he can get nice sharp lines, that's what we did. Where he couldn't, we left it natural, symmetrical. This is the before. Look at that after, guys. Clean. We ain't doing too much here. It's just a nice clean cut. It's gonna grow back nicely. The blend is in there, the shape is in there, the curls are popping. Guys, I appreciate you so much. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, smash the like button, share the video. And with that being said, let me know what you think about the cut. Love you guys. I'll see y'all on the next video.